Default position, a constant state of evolving. Immediately after the release of his 1978 debut, For You, an album that he believed could pigeonhole him as a soul artist marketed only to Black radio and Black audiences, the 20-year-old Prince triggered the first of his many transformations. The follow-up, Prince, a true opening salvo, would act as his coming out as a sex-obsessed, cross-pollination shapeshifter meandering comfortably through the realms of pop, rock, funk, and soul. It featured his first crossover hit, I Want to Be Your Lover, and despite being another solitary entity creation, this time he imagined the band. And though the benefactors at his label, Warner Brothers, were unimpressed by the group of Minneapolis unknowns he debuted at a January 1979 showcase, this would not deter him from his vision. Nothing did. Ever. Heaven marked the deck. In the beginning, there was flux. Prince Rogers Nelson was born on June 7, 1958, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to John and Maddie Nelson, two talented, self-absorbed types clearly not cut out for parenting. Still, the 44-year-old John, a frustrated pianist and part-time composer with a tedious day job at a Honeywell electronics plant, had 3 children from a previous marriage. With a son from a past affair, the 24-year-old Maddie, a natural vocalist with a penchant for mischief, found motherhood challenging. While music brought them together and they named their firstborn son after John's jazz combo, the Prince Rogers Trio, it also caused painful stirs. Inevitably, their tempestuous love faded, which meant, tragically, that Prince's childhood resembled something out of Charles Dickens. Suffering from epilepsy and paralyzingly shy, the boy was forced to adapt to upheaval quickly, fueling his reliance on isolation as a superpower, allaying his deep trust issues, and enhancing a fierce sense of independence rarely exhibited by children from more stable homes. After the arrival of a baby sister, Tyka, the unbridled Maddie and sternly religious John finally split. Skipper, as his mother called her boy, was 7. He first lived with her, remembering a stunningly beautiful and gregarious woman. His earliest recollections were of her smiling eyes, as Prince put it in his truncated memoir, The Beautiful Ones. It was the way she harmonized with the radio and shared the joy of singing that offered a taste of music's magic properties. She was his inaugural enigma, woman as angel and demon, his solace and peril. He loved and pitied her with equal fervor, as she tenderly doted on him while battling deep bouts of depression and drinking to excess. This, he concluded, was what his father's exit had wrought, a strange duality of beauty and damage that inspired some of his most achingly doomed love songs adorned with femme fatales. His time with Maddie may have also awakened his conflation of sex with a personal philosophy of spiritual transmogrification. Prince was sure this was deliberate on his mother's part, although a horrified Maddie later vehemently denied this, as he revealed to comedian Chris Rock for a 1997 VH1 interview. There was erotic literature laying around that was very easily picked up. It was pretty heavy at the time. I think it really affected my sexuality a great deal. Though Prince tended to create myths about his past, it is clear sex as salvation, vengeance, liberation cut a deep swath in his art. A preteen Prince viewed his mother's second marriage as abandonment. It probably accounted for his demand later in life for control in all things professional and personal, including his relationships with women. Fleeing to his father held further contradictions. John L., as he called him, was a staunch disciplinarian with an unwavering commitment to the Seventh-day Adventist Church steeped in the coming of end times and God's vengeance upon the world's sinners.